Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. All right, let's put things into perspective for a second here. Okay, months ago, the UK was banning crypto altogether. When it was time to buy, they created fear to keep the little guy from buying. Now, when Bitcoin is up over 120%, PayPal gets approval to offer crypto services in the UK. It's a mind game, guys, and I hope you don't allow news and narratives to affect your strategy. This coming from Rob Art here on Twitter. PayPal has just received FCA approval to offer crypto services in the UK. And this is why we have to really drown out the noise, drown out all that negative narrative, crypto narrative stuff that we've been hearing over the last several months, probably year and a half at this point in time. Well, guys, now payments company PayPal has received approval from the UK Financial Conduct Authority to offer cryptocurrency services. The official data shows that as of October 31st, PayPal is registered for certain crypto asset activities in the UK and can advertise to local clients. So a big move in the UK. The global payments giant is restricted in terms of financial services it can provide. But according to the FCA, this includes but is not limited to ceasing onboarding new customers and restricting existing customers to hold and sell functionality. The firm is not permitted to expand its current service offerings in crypto without the FCA's approval. So it is fairly restricted. Nevertheless, they are allowed to do some things. This includes, among others, crypto exchange services, participation in initial coin offerings, staking peer-to-peer exchanges. These are things, by the way, that they're not allowed to do, and DeFi activities like lending and borrowing. The firm also will not be permitted to operate a machine which uses an automated process to exchange crypto payments for money or money for crypto assets. So they're really trying to stranglehold what these money service providers can do with cryptocurrency, probably just exchange at a rate and deposit and withdraw, stuff like that. So nothing really too great, I guess, in terms of PayPal's end of the deal. But because of what PayPal is, a money service provider to transact, well, they are now, in fact, allowing PayPal to join other companies in the UK to process cryptocurrency transactions, or rather to convert cryptocurrency transactions, withdrawal, deposit. This is all great for crypto adoption for the retail end. But, as Rob Art says, look at the narrative, guys. It is shifting. Let's forget about what they were saying in 2022. Let's forget about what Sam Bankman-Fried did in November of last year. And let's just focus on the here and now. XRP right now trading at about 61.5, so a little bit down as of this morning's recording. Nevertheless, still doing fairly well. And so as this crypto narrative is changing, so are economic fundamentals around the world. This just in from Amelie here on Twitter. Russia has just made a huge announcement on the BRICS currency. BRICS currency is already in the works. It is almost ready for launch and needs fine-tuning before its release. This is what a Russian official just came out and said, guys. The 15th BRICS summit in August this year ended on a high note as the alliance inducted 6 new countries into the bloc. The induction of new countries is historic as the group decides to expand, so we talked about that a few months ago. But in the latest update, Russia's former advisor to the president, an economist turned politician, Sergey, Glazier, he made a huge announcement on the formation of the upcoming BRICS currency. Sergey's statement indicates that BRICS is serious about launching a new currency to take on the US dollar. Going by Russia's economists' comments, the new BRICS currency might be launched during the 16th summit in 2024. So guys, that's all happening very, very soon. Sergey made a huge announcement by confirming that the BRICS currency is already in the works. He confirmed that the new BRICS currency is almost ready and the launch needs just some fine-tuning before it's released. The economist added, in order to launch this currency, we need the political consent of the BRICS countries. And now that there are more countries on board, I guess they need more consent, 3 of which have already expressed their support of the idea of introducing a new currency through their heads of state. So, the BRICS nations, they've been kind of dabbling, going back and forth. Are we going to use our own currency? Are we going to use a BRICS currency? Is this BRICS currency going to be backed by gold? We're noticing a lot of these BRICS countries, stockpiling gold. So gold is certainly at the crux of what is happening between the BRICS countries and how they plan on denominating this new BRICS currency. Let's just bring up gold real quickly here. How's gold doing? Gold to USD. Let's just bring up the chart here. And as you guys can see, since the beginning of last month, October, gold has spiked. So almost at $2,000 per ounce today. It did hit $2,000 per ounce back in late October. So we're going to keep an eye on gold price. Of course, the BRICS nations and their new currency, that again will play a huge role. Who knows what 2024 will bring? But I wanted to thank Emily for bringing that up. Speaking of gold, Michael Branch posted this: Fidelity executives are calling Bitcoin exponential gold. Isn't that interesting? So, Urian Timmer, Fidelity's director of global macro markets, took to X to express his views on the world's leading cryptocurrency, Bitcoin. He described the digital asset as a commodity currency that aspires to be a store of value and a hedge against monetary debasement, coining the term exponential gold. Notice here, guys, we've heard Bitcoin being called digital gold in the past, exponential gold now by institutions like Fidelity. Timmer made the distinction between gold's primary function today as a store of value and Bitcoin's potential to play a similar role in the digital age, comparing gold's historic significance as money to Bitcoin's prospective role. Timmer pointed out the former's limited utility in modern transactions due to its deflationary and clunky nature. He emphasized the reasons Bitcoin is often juxtaposed with gold, noting historical periods like the 70s and 2000s when gold thrived during inflationary regimes, negative real rates, or excessive money supply growth. Timmer sees potential in Bitcoin serving a similar purpose during such times. And guys, right now, we are seeing uncertain times. So, is it of any surprise that we're seeing, big companies like Fidelity speaking favorably about Bitcoin? This is no longer 2017 where, all the guys from these types of organizations were speaking negatively on crypto, negatively on Bitcoin. Fast forward and, because we do see a new financial framework being formed, because all this is running on DLT, because all these guys are now stockpiling Bitcoin, because the SEC is now looking to, really kind of open up Bitcoin ETFs to U.S. investors. All these things are changing. It's all making very broad strokes towards a new economic and financial reality. And so again, making claims like this, guys, I think is not by accident. I think we're seeing this as almost like a strategic measure, but it does, I think, speak volumes to what is going to happen in the future, in the near future. Zimbabwe has also made its foray into a gold-backed CBDC. Now, remember, guys, traditionally Zimbabwe and inflation, hyperinflation for that country, has been a disaster. If you guys didn't catch the video I did on XRP price vis-a-vis inflation and Bitcoin price vis-a-vis inflation, I put it out last week, and I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner for you. But here, just to give you guys a bit of a preview, and I didn't talk too much about Zimbabwe in that video, but Zimbabwe is one of those countries that saw hyperinflation up to 24,000% by 2007. And so it really decimated the country. Now we're seeing Zimbabwe make some changes, okay? If a CBDC is going to be ushered in, well, they're going to turn to the gold standard in hopes of buttressing the beleaguered Zimbabwe dollar, first issuing gold coins and later digital tokens that it hopes to see used as a means of payment, guys. This is what Zimbabwe is doing. In June 22, the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe introduced the Mosi Iotunya gold coin, which can be purchased from the bank in domestic currency or a variety of offshore ones. The central bank guarantees that holders can sell the coin for the prevailing London Bullion Market Association spot price in dollars or at a 20% markup in Zimbabwean dollars, because they're probably forecasting that the Zimbabwean dollar is just going to keep getting screwed. It is likely to be the wealthiest in society that are able to access these gold coins. So if a Zimbabwean dollar cheapens, this policy will exacerbate inequality. So I guess they're making statements here on that particularly. However, going to a gold-backed solution for a country like Zimbabwe, I think makes sense. The gold coins are issued as a store of value, and since the central bank undertakes to redeem them in dollars, it effectively provides a peg to the US dollar. So I think a lot more countries, especially ones that are experiencing this kind of hyperinflation, will kind of move this way. If we already have BRICS nations, looking towards creating a BRICS currency, and, the murmurings were that it was going to be gold-backed, well, why won't other countries do the same? Why couldn't other countries do the same? I think, we're already seeing this take place. And this article was posted originally by the OMFIF. So I'm noticing their editorial comments in here, which is kind of concerning. Nevertheless, countries like Zimbabwe do need a change. And, maybe if they go on a gold-backed standard, well, the powers that be probably will not like that. But at the end of the day, they got to do what they got to do, and they are actively looking towards this. So, this kind of hyperinflation, not sustainable, and I believe it's only getting worse. These are only numbers from 2007. I believe it's gotten even worse since then. So I wanted to thank DJ Peter Vass for posting that. Happened to see this too, guys, from the Wrath of Kahneman. Apparently, Ripple partner Lulu Exchange will be utilized by Al Mariah Community Bank to send money across borders. So more Ripple partner news here, guys. Al Mariah Community Bank, the UAE's first fully integrated digital bank focusing on servicing the UAE community, has partnered with Ripple partner Lulu Exchange, one of the UAE's leading financial services company, to enable real-time cross-border payments to mBank in the UAE and mBank Wallet app, in addition to enabling the bank's customers to make cash deposits through any Lulu Exchange branch in the country. This partnership builds on Lulu Exchange's ongoing associations with digital banks and technology companies and boosts the company's fintech products, namely its remittance as a service and open bank solutions. Al Maria Community Bank is transforming the banking service domain by making a range of financial services available for its customers through innovative solutions and safe yet fast technology. So, of course, leveraging RippleNet technology through Lulu Exchange does certainly make sense. And so, with the help of RippleNet, leveraging DLT technology, we are seeing serious changes in, not just the UAE, but the entire Middle East. So much RippleNet involvement in the Middle East. A Sharia-compliant currency, or cryptocurrency rather. So, it does make sense. Saeed Mohammed, he's the head of SME coverage at Al Maria Community Bank, and he highlighted the importance of this partnership. He basically said, "We are pleased to partner with Lulu Financial Group to provide our community with what we have promised since day one: fast and effective banking services that are smart, convenient, reliable, and fulfill the needs of every member of the community. As a local bank, by partnering with Lulu Financial Group, we have expanded and opened up a new line of unparalleled monetary services designed to enable cash transfer transactions to other nations across the world through Lulu Exchange branches. We look forward to work closely with the Lulu Exchange Group to help accelerate and transition our services to an internationally integrated digital banking service system." I think a lot of these companies want to go digital, and if they haven't, if they don't have the technology already, well, they're actively looking for it now. And a lot of that is, running parallel with cryptos, DLT technology, distributed ledger technology. And I'm just happy Ripple got it out of the gate early, 2015, 2016, 2017, forging these partnerships early on. So, all these banks now are running on a standard. XRPL, going to be driving more demand for XRP in the future. So I wanted to thank the Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. This one, guys, from Michael Branch. So another Ripple partnership, this time two Ripple partners, Visa, in collaboration with HSBC. Okay, Visa tests tokenized deposits for Hong Kong's CBDC with HSBC Hang Seng Bank. It was stated that HSBC and Hang Seng Bank participated in a test simulation. Now, we know Visa and MasterCard recently partnered with Ripple for a CBDC initiative. And in a recent statement, Visa did highlight the advantages that the CBDC pilot program in Hong Kong offers to both the company and the nation. Here's what they said. The HKMA's pilot program, guys, okay, going back to this HKMA CBDC, which we also do know has a partnership with Ripple as well that they don't mention in this article, provides Visa with a great opportunity to continue to leverage our strengths, promote payment innovation, and test new forms of money flow in collaboration with partners. This comes after Being in Crypto recently reported that Hong Kong contemplated the development of its CBDC for retail usage. On June the 9th, an external report suggested that authorities aim to have one prepared for implementation when the need arises. So guys, notice how this is all coming together. Ripple partner Visa, Ripple partner HSBC. They talk about the Hong Kong CBDC pilot program, the HKMA's pilot program for CBDCs. All signs pointing to RippleNet integration. On top of that, guys, flip the chain. Posting this, guys, this is Gautam Jain. And he brings up a very, very interesting point here. I guess I should state that he is from Standard Chartered, another Ripple partner. A great clip here, guys. Listen to this.
We live in a days of instant gratification. You won't wait 5 seconds for a web page to load. Why would you wait 3 days for a payment to settle? So let's go real time. The world is moving real time, so should payments and other forms of settlements. Well, we have had two use cases with Ripple. The first one was on trade finance, where we tried to solve the problem of duplicate invoice financing under the codename TradeSafe, in which we collaborated with DBS and IDA, the Singapore sovereign. The second use case is on cross-border payments. So we want to make cross-border payments real-time, instantaneous, with full transparency. So these are the two use cases we are working on.
TradeFi and cross-border payments. Obviously, since we know Standard Chartered was one of those initial Ripple investors, we hadn't really gotten much information about what they were doing today with Ripple. However, now we're noticing they have maintained their partnership. And, as per Gautam Jain, we're hearing it right here, guys. Instantaneous settlement. Who's going to wait 5 minutes for a web page to load, right? In this day and age, you think Gen Z and millennials really will tolerate that? This is why a new technology needs to be put in place. So guys, is it a surprise to you that on top of it all, Ripple partner HSBC becomes the first bank in the world to offer tokenized gold? Okay, you seeing a theme here? Russia talks big about the new BRICS currency. We've been hearing murmurings that the BRICS currency is going to be backed by gold. We talk about gold in terms of comparing it to Bitcoin, or at least Fidelity is doing that. And Zimbabwe looking into a gold-backed CBDC, guys. I'm seeing a theme here, and I think gold price will rise in the future. Well, now Ripple partner HSBC has been the first bank in the world to tokenize gold. HSBC has unveiled a platform that uses distributed ledger technology to tokenize the ownership of institutional clients' physical gold held in the bank's London vault. HSBC creates the digital twin of an existing physical asset, specifically local London gold that is the custodian in its vault. The tokenized physical gold can then be traded between HSBC and institutional investors through the bank's Evolve single dealer platform through an API. The tokenization generates a permissioned digital representation of the client's physical gold holdings, which is integrated into HSBC's operational infrastructure, including Evolve. So what they are doing is, it's in a vault, but all of the information is on the ledger. And so once that information is sent, boom, that guy owns the gold. You no longer own the gold, and the transference occurs on the blockchain. So this in turn allows for an automated and therefore more efficient and cost-effective way for investors to keep track of their allocation as well as their unallocated gold, this coming from the bank. And while local London gold bars of 400 troy ounces, one token of HSBC's tokenized gold platform is the equivalent to about 0.001 troy ounce. In due course, the bank says this could enable fractionalization of local London gold bars and direct investment by retail investors. So starting off with institutions, guys, but going to move to retail. Why would retail need gold, guys? Why would retail need gold? Maybe because we'll see our own version of hyperinflation. The US dollar isn't doing well, and I don't foresee it doing any better in the coming years. So we got to hedge our bets. Of course, if all this technology is going to be running on RippleNet, utilizing and leveraging XRP, well, it's not only gold that's going to do well, guys. I think we'll see a bright future for XRP. And so this morning, I talked about the spec run, the real world utility, those two pools, and how we could see a flippening and how this could in fact be the last spec bull run we ever see. So guys, I'm personally trying to maximize profits. And if you want to follow what I'm trading, I'm doing it for my Patreon subscribers at patreon.com/workingmoneychannel. It's only $5 a month. You can see exactly what Working Money Channel is trading. I've got the $10,000 plus portfolio up. It's transparent for everybody to see, so you can see how much money I've put into which coins. I know it's not for everybody, and I know some of you guys are probably getting sick of this, but for those of you guys who do want to make a change, it's all on the Patreon. I'm also going to be opening up my XRP trading targets to all you guys, completely transparent there. So please follow if you guys are interested in that kind of thing, but that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.